All right, guys, looks like we're back. So this is the other side of the semifinals. We've got Jesus Castaneda on Grixis control versus Matthew Chung on Jeskai control. This is Chris and Josh in the booth.
Hey.
So we're finishing up this side of the bracket right now. If you were here for the last match, which wasn't too long ago actually, we had Noah Walters defeating Joseph Moreno 2-0. So our 7th seed is climbing up, and this is currently our 1st and 5th seed. I want to say 1st and 4th seed. 1st and 5th seed.
Yes.
Yes.
1st and 5th.
So Jesus and Matthew Chung battling out here. It looks like it's been a pretty big slugfest. Jesus obviously on the control, and then this is a control mirror match just with different pairings, and it seemed like Grixis was able to kind of outlast Jeskai in the following match, even though Matthew resolved a counterbalance. And he was able to fight through it, which was pretty sick. I think Jesus also had a pretty decent read on with the way Matthew was playing. There was a point where Matthew brainstormed with the counterbalance on the table. He brainstormed and he put a 3 on top, and then Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. This is before the counterbalance resolved. He puts a 3 on top, tries to resolve counterbalance, and Jesus has a 3-mana spell. I think it was Kolagun's command to kill a creature and then make Matthew discard his last card in hand. So
it was one of two.
One of two, and then followed up with a Pithing Needle into a Jace, which was what bought him the game.
Yeah. So it was actually a pretty interesting play as. So Matthew had one card in hand, which was a Snapcaster Mage, and he had tapped down fairly low.
Yep. To get that counterbalance online. Yep.
Yeah, and so Jesus plays a Pithing Needle, naming the Flooded Strand that Matthew has in play, so that he can't change his top card, and then is able to resolve the Jace.
Yep. And the Jace sticking in these kind of matchups is backbreaking. So
yeah, and he just basically took over the game from there. Matthew fired off a flashback brainstorm with a Snapcaster and just saw a bunch of lands on top and scooped him up.
And no fetch land because the Pithing Needle named Flooded Strand.
Yeah, actually,
kind of ironically.
One of the 2 lands on top from his brainstorm was a Flooded Strand, so he's just extra boned.
Oh yeah, extra boned. Sure. Don't tap for mana, can't fetch with them either. And I don't think that's particularly menacing for Jesus to have named. It's just the fact that it was an available land on the table, right? So
well, I mean, it was specifically so that his Jace could resolve. So
yes,
following the play of the counterbalance being online, and kind of getting the read that Matthew had left a 3 on top. He's able to lock the top of his deck essentially, and then resolve a
Jace. So what do you think is the take here? What do you consider?
I didn't see Jesus' hand, but Snapcaster is fine.
Yeah, I think always taking the Snapcaster is gonna be better than taking just a random spell, because these spells are fine. The Red Elemental Blast could come down a little bit later, and so can the Council's Judgment to interrupt a lot of your permanents, but Snapcaster Mage lets you redo that. So even if you put one in the bin, it just means that he gets it 2 turns later, right?
And Jesus doesn't really have anything that he cares about that much.
Yep, exactly.
Permanent-wise to get countered or removed.
Now, the cross point of that argument, however, is that Jesus also does have a Nile Spellbomb, so he could put whatever he wants in the bin, and it would never get Snapcastered again. But Snapcaster Mage is actually a win condition in these types of matchups, so you do probably just want to get rid of him anyway.
Yeah, and Jesus didn't care about either of those other cards, so the Snapcaster is the better choice, I think.
Definitely. And so another Snapcaster off the top for Matthew off of this Ponder. He does find a Spell Snare, is that what it looks like?
Yeah, Spell Snare.
Spell Snare and a another land. And that's actually going to be a defining feature in this matchup, I think. Matthew Chung has access to Spell Snare, which is exceptional versus Grixis control.
So countering Strix, countering
Snapcaster Mage, and Hymn to Torok.
And it looks like that's the one he wanted, a Cavern of Souls.
Yeah, Cavern of Souls is a one of. This is kind of a Wizard's control list. It's got Venser, Vendilion Click, and Snapcaster Mage. So certainly good here. But I don't think Jesus is probably keeping in almost any. I
mean, True Name is not a wizard, right?
Oh, sure. That's right.
No, it's not, right?
No, it's a rogue.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Merfolk rogue.
All right, so fetching the Badlands with the Bloodstained Mire.
Of course. Got to get the best land. Yeah.
Well, got to make sure you get the correct.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we're talking about. Sure. I mean, you're right. When you're right, dog. And as we mentioned before, Jesus is the #1 seed, went undefeated in the Swiss, but has not had to play an actual control mirror. And so I wonder if that's the consideration here is if you ever have to run up against a blue-white deck, having 3 Jace versus 2 Jace is a big deal, actually. Right? So
sure.
And here, so
Jesus content to hit his land drops, not really pushing any action.
No, and I think Matthew's the same way. And this is a classic case, as it is in Magic. It's of the whoever blinks first, right? Kind of deal. And here's a Strix. I doubt it will earn this what is it called?
Whoever
Spell Snare.
blink moths first.
Yeah, whoever blink moths first. So Matthew knew all 3 of these cards, right? Is this off of Ponder? Yeah, he knew
I
that
believe
those
so.
top 2, and this is new territory for Jesus. I wonder if Jesus or Matthew actually brought in like their enchantment hate pieces. So Jesus has access to like Blood Moon, and Blood Moon in against this particular version of Control is actually reasonable. There's Caracas, there's Cavern of Souls, and Matthew's on like 5 or 6 tools, so it's not bad. He's on.
I mean, I don't know. That
let's
seems fairly mediocre. Like
He's on 4 duels. So yeah.
it's not really like shutting the game down.
No, it's not as backbreaking, but it is a source of annoyance, and I think Matthew almost to an extent has to respect it. But obviously, if he hasn't seen it these last 2 games, it's not going to matter. So Baleful Strix, the first creature to resolve, draws Jesus a card, and we're looking at Matthew trying to push action here. He's going to pass the turn. He's got 7 cards in hand, so all spells. Jesus just rips another Baleful Strix, which is going to add a lot to this game. I think this one might earn a Spell Snare. No?
No.
Okay.
This is kind of reminds me of like high-powered core set. You're just like, I'm gonna play my 1/1 that draws a card, and then
oh jeez, I don't have life at totals.
gonna hopefully get there. Like whoever can eke out the most value out of their cards.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, I think it's looking like it's going to be Matthew, just judged by the hand, because he's got 2 Snapcaster Mage, so he's got double the amount of spells essentially that Jesus has. So I guess we're just confirming life totals really quickly. Looks like it's going to be Jesus
Maybe
has like 18, I think, or 19 because I think he. Huh.
So Snapcaster
18,
off
18.
the top there. And yeah, it looks like players were just trying to figure out whose name is what.
Yes.
They're like, you're Matthew, I'm Jesus.
Yeah. And so, yeah, these Baleful Strix can be pretty annoying. Of course, even if you remove them, they've already earned their value, kind of deal. Here comes a Snapcaster Mage. I don't like this necessarily.
Aggressive.
Yeah, this is very aggressive, and I think it's definitely going to earn 100%.
He's like, I don't care what you have over
Yeah,
there.
never mind. It's fine. So here's a blast, and we can't blast back, but we can Snapcaster back, but it doesn't do anything. No, actually, it does do something. So we can let this resolve, and then Snapcaster.
Yeah, snap the spell snare.
And snap the Smell Snare back, and I think that'll probably be pretty good.
Well, Jesus also has the spell bomb in play still, so
Oh, true.
that doesn't.
It's
that
not
is
foolproof.
Not guaranteed to work.
Yes, true. That resolves. I would like to Snapcaster again, please. Nope.
So are we gonna?
All right. So Jesus does have to respond to this. With it on the stack, I think that's what he would rather do. And these are reasonable targets.
So is Jesus gonna fire the spell bomb? I would feel like he would want to.
I don't understand what's happening.
Matthew's fetching for reasons. Oh, it looks like Jesus did not fire off the spell bomb.
Yeah, that's a little bit surprising to me.
Yeah, what else is it there for?
Yeah. I think Jesus is considering, like, I think I made a mistake here. But the thing is, sure, you made a mistake, but you gotta pick yourself off of it. So he is going to the tank because he needs to figure this out. He needs to make this work. Do I spend another red blast here? Do I do I bother with another red blast here? He has double lightning bolt. That might be his way to win.
So Jesus has a Flusterstorm in hand as well, so he could go for that if he so chose.
Matthew
But-
also has a Flusterstorm.
Yeah, I think he definitely messed up there with not firing off the spell bomb.
Yeah, I agree, and I think this adds an unnecessary wrinkle into kind of like this game.
So now
Oh.
Jesus is like gonna be prompted to
Oh,
like, do a
no.
further thing, and this is gonna be
Jeez.
punished. So I mean, to be fair, so he does have he has his own Flusterstorm to match up with the Flusterstorm, which I think he's committed to using at this point.
But Matthew can pay one of those, right?
There's so
Has Matthew gotten his land?
Yeah, I think he did.
So Matthew, yeah, Matthew just pays.
So he pays for 1. Uh, so then Jesus can pay for 1.
Can Jesus pay for one? Is that
He's
land
got
in
a
play?
Scalding Tarn over there.
Sure.
So the Storm should be 2 higher for Jesus.
Yeah,
right?
it should be 2 higher for Jesus.
But they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. So Matthew pays for 1. Or no, does he pay for 2? He has 2 mana available. Oh yikes! This is all going downhill for Jesus.
Yeah, he definitely, I think, initiated a fight over this a little early.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And I can actually hear Jesus talking right now. He's like, so on Moto. Okay. So then Jesus has to crack his fetch. So there was a spell snare, snap spell snare, spell snare. So all of Matt's lands actually should be tapped, because he hasn't paid for his spell snare yet. Wait, what? I'm confused.
and yeah, I think the story there was that Jesus just didn't use a spell bomb and got super punished for it.
Yeah, basically he ends up on the wrong side of it because he doesn't fetch. And now there's a True Name Nemesis in Matt's hand, and this is likely to be game breaking. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, there's no more counter magic in Matt's hand. Oh, no, actually.
Oh, Jesus has. Oh, wait, hold on. Jesus has Bolt into Diabolic Edict. So he's not super far behind right now.
Yeah, he's not cold to this True Name for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay, guys. Just in case you were worried. All right, get in for another one. Okay.
But that was a huge exchange of resources where basically Jesus initiated and he was.
Oh, there's a Venser.
Pretty punished for it.
Big yikes. So Venser's a big deal, because he can essentially lock Jesus out of like spells by with this Caracas as well. So there goes the bin, and yeah, that's.
I mean, he can lock him out of sorcery speed spells, right?
Sure. Is that a Liliana?
Thoughtseize.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think Matt just lets this resolve. Oh, well, no, maybe you actually have to fire off the Venser.
If he does. So he could Venser the Thoughtseize and then just end up with the Venser in play.
Blast this, please. Jesus probably lets that happen, sure. Venser.
And then, Matthew doesn't care if Jesus takes either of these Council Judgment.
Jesus could actually bolt so in response to the Venser trigger, he could actually bolt Venser.
But then he could Caracas it.
Yeah, but then he can. But then the Thoughtseize will catch him.
Sure. So yeah, I mean it is again trading 2 for 1.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of cards to get this Venser out of there. But I mean, it is what you got to do. And if Jesus ever finds a Hymn to Turok, that could be decent. But both players on nothing. Jesus on 2 lands. Matthew on no cards that he can even play. Oh, a Vendilion Click's a huge draw. I'm gonna click you, sir. Oh, jeez, and he takes a Jace.
Got him.
I mean, I don't know. Do you even care? Well, yeah, you don't want to. Yeah. You can't let Jesus draw any amount of cards, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Draw. So what was the draw there? Brainstorm. Okay.
A regular.
We get a mini Jace.
Regular old Brainstorm.
Yeah, just a regular old Brainstorm. There's a Snapcaster Mage.
Oh, Snap Brainstorm. That's pretty good.
Wait a second. Yeah, I like that a lot. So we have Kolaghan's Command in there?
Yep.
Looks like we do, and we know the 2 cards in Matthew's hand, so we can make him discard one and.
No. Kolaghan's Command, I think, rebuy Strix and kill the click.
Sure. Or rebuy Snapcaster. That's also acceptable.
Yeah, sure.
That actually might be better because, like I said, the longer the game goes, the better Snapcaster Mage gets, precisely because your graveyard gets larger, right? So the more varied your spells are, the better Snapcaster is.
Sure.
So I think, and I like that quite a lot. There is only the 1 K command.
Does he have? Yeah, the other Snapcaster got spell snared, right?
Yes. So it is in the bin. So we're gonna snap spell snare. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeez. Snap
K command.
Kolaghan's command, modes being return Snapcaster Mage to my hand and kill your Vendilion Click. And this is like, for Matthew, he has 2 sorcery speed removal spells, and it's kind of feels bad to have to use it on a Snapcaster Mage, right? Oh, really? That seems not as good value to me. Sure, discard this and return this.
I guess the idea is like Strix blocks the click, so
Yeah,
like
sure.
let's go.
Yeah, true. And currently Matthew is winning this war, and I mean, even if it wasn't the case, like he's going to be able to click Caracas every turn now, and he just finds another Snapcaster off the top. He keeps his Force of Wills in game 3, huh? Interesting. I guess on the play they're pretty decent. Yeah, Jesus in a bind.
I don't think so. I think he's okay.
I think the Caracas is what's going to ruin him in this game, though. Like, he gets to attack, or he doesn't get to attack, but he gets to buy back this click over and over. And let's just say Matthew doesn't care about Jesus' hand. He just cares about the cards in his hand. Because he knows 2 of them in Jesus' hand.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't know any of the cards in Jesus' hand.
After the Brainstorm? I guess not. You're right.
I mean, he could, I guess, assume that one of them is a land.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he had to maintain at least one of them. Or no, he drew the other one. So now he knows 2 of the lands.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Snapcaster beats Matthew, uninterested in trading. Here comes a Brainstorm.
What card did Matthew keep in his hand? Is this the Snapcaster?
Yeah, he kept he kept everything on top, right? So he's going to draw.
Well, he pondered though, right? So what did he get to hand? Was it the Force of Will?
No, it was the Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's a Ponder. The other Brainstorm is resolved, I believe.
Ooh.
And ooh.
That's a card.
Ooh, piece of candy. Well, I think it's... Is it going to eat something here? So the unfortunate thing is, I don't know if it's long for this world, because, again, the Caracas is going to make it kind of difficult to fight, you know? Is that another Strix in his hand, too?
Yeah,
actually, wait a second. Okay. I like this.
Yeah, so he can jam this Lily, and Matthew can fire the Caracas, kind of all he wants. And, I mean, it lets him kind of replay the click, but he has to deal with the Strix on the other side.
Yep.
And then, like, he can only kind of do that so many... Wow, taken down.
Yeah, I don't mind this. Like the Caracas is a known quantity, and then the second Strix is actually going to make this good. But here's the problem is that he will lose this Liliana this turn, regardless of what happens, because Matthew has the Council's Judgment in hand. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I guess it's worth getting some value out of the tick down.
I just think that this is like the wrong target. I really think that this is a matchup where the Snapcaster Mage shines. And yeah, this could just meet a Red Blast. That's also fine. Sure.
And it looks like he's not even going to have to
use the Council Judgment. Sure.
To attack here.
Yeah, I mean, if we know that Jesus doesn't have a bolt or anything, right? So, I mean, do we know that?
Well,
I actually don't know.
Well, we know.
No, that's what I'm asking. Do we know that?
Matthew doesn't know anything.
Sure. So what is this name?
I mean, multiple Brainstorms.
So this could name a couple targets. Probably names...
What if he's, like, name my Snapcaster?
The Strix, sure. Name Snapcaster. Mine, not yours. Mine.
Name Korean Snapcaster.
Sure. All right, and then... So the click goes to Jesus, right? So he goes to 11.
I think he sent both to Lily.
Oh, he did? I'm just going to confirm before I change... Sure.
And he found Jace on the top?
But Spell Snare is not going to do anything about that, so...
Wow.
Well, I don't even... Does Jace do anything?
I mean, it draws him 3 cards.
I don't think you can, though, because the Strix is going to kill your Jace. Oh, Caracas is tapped. This is his window, huh?
Wow, and multiple Snapcasters off the top?
Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I think, barring that kind of, like, mistake with the Spell Bomb...
Yeah.
Jesus' draws are he's getting bailed out pretty hard.
Looking somewhat ahead.
Yeah, he's getting bailed out here. I think if he takes a Snapcaster Mage and he blasts this Vendilion Click, he's very much in this game. There's a Force of Will on top of Matt's library, so the Jace might not resolve. But if you just take 2 snaps, who cares? You know, like snap is your Snapcaster Mages are going to win this fight if you just kind of like prioritize life total.
Yeah,
right?
he's gonna lead the way with the hymn here. Just take a look at whatever the last card is.
Oh, the hymn, the hymn actually, it's so hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a spell snare.
Yeah.
Why even spend the mana? Who cares?
Well, because it doesn't matter.
Well, no. What if there's like a, I don't know. Never mind. You're right. So actually, if there is a possibility Jace is good here, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna
He put Jace back on top.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So he's gonna
Yeah,
get rid of the click.
Yeah, let's get rid of the click. Let's just get rid of it now.
Possibly just play the other snap and get rid of his snap.
Yeah. I like So does Jesus have another blast or something in the bin?
He has a blast. He used the bolt.
Oh, he has the blast. Okay, sure. So his Jace is gonna resolve, huh?
Yep.
I think there's enough mana for that. Yeah, just like you have it.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
I mean, for sure. No, this is acceptable. Snap blast. Yeah, Jesus's draws have been unreal, actually. Yeah. Do you have any cards in hand? He's like, dude, what are you thinking? So here comes no.
That's Stormcraft 4.
Okay, sure. I was like, I don't know if that's right. Oh yeah, Matt only has one land. Sure. So Fate Seal you, Matt. Sorry, buddy. Leave it on top. And this is yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna beat you. This is a 2-turn clock, dude. And if you're if the top of your deck is not merciful, leave it. All right, we could see a finals appearance for us, Jesus Castaneda.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. All right, so he advances. Wow, I thought he was losing that real bad. That's crazy.
So crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, so the way that it got initiated, actually, so that specific turn is that Matt only had 2 white sources, one of them being the Caracas.
Yeah, the Caracas.
So, like, I think maybe Matt didn't tap correctly.
Well,
oh, I'm sorry. No, it doesn't matter. He only has 2 white
sources.
sources. And I think maybe Matt doesn't have to use his spell there, right? Like, maybe he just attacks.
Yeah, he could just attack.
Both
if,
at Liliana
if
or whatever.
Blocks the click, he could just bounce it.
Yeah.
If he doesn't and just trades the snap for his Strix, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe giving up that equity there was a little punishing.
Yeah, for sure. It did not benefit him in the end. So the players are gonna check out their prizes, and yeah, we're gonna get set up for the finals here, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
All right.